Now, I think they should make DNA tests compulsory. I mean mandatory. They should make DNA tests compulsory. Because if you hear some kind of stories emanating from married couples or even just people in ordinary relationships, it is very, very saddening. There is this particular story at the moment that is terrible. When I mean terrible, if you hear this man's story, you will shed tears for him. You will shed tears for how he raised 3 children that are not his. Not even one is his blood. And he's been raising them for about 10 to 11 years. Now, when people say things like, oh, they should make DNA tests mandatory, I know that a lot of feathers will be ruffled. A lot of people don't like hearing things like this because it sounds like a sensitive issue. But for Christ's sake, if you are to be in the shoes of those men that were deceived with a child, how would you feel? Now, it's okay as a man if you know that this child is not my own, but I want to take care of the child. That's fine. That's okay. That's your personal opinion and decision. But where it is not okay is when somebody deceives you for quite a long time, telling you that this child is yours and the person knows the child is not yours. So I personally believe that DNA tests should be made mandatory. If you suspect foul play, take that child for DNA test. If the woman says, no, I don't want to go for a DNA test, I know sometimes women can bring all this emotional blackmail into it. Oh, don't you believe me? Don't you trust me again? Don't listen to all that. Do what you have to do when you have to do it. Because at the end of the day, you will have yourself to blame. Now, there is a particular story now that is trending right now in the UK. This man got the work visa from home, from Nigeria, to come to the UK. So on getting this work visa, he wanted to bring his family along. But he said he wanted to do a DNA, of course, as officially he was asked to prove that the kids are his. Which other way can you prove if not through DNA? The woman was like, oh no, let's just forget about the trip if it has to come to this proving thing and all of that. And the man was like, see, this is an opportunity of a lifetime. This is what a lot of people are waiting for, are praying for. And here you are telling me that we should forget about the work visa, about this lifetime opportunity, because they're asking us to do a DNA test. So what's the big deal? Let's do a DNA test and relocate for better opportunity, better life. And the woman fought against it and fought against it. And the man told her, you know what's going to happen? If you do not allow me do this DNA test for us to prove to the authorities of the UK government that these children are legally mine, I'm going to travel and leave you guys in Nigeria. The highest I will do is to be sending money, because the man has been in Nigeria for years. He's been struggling. You know what it is when you go to university, you come out, no job. He's been struggling, eating from hand to mouth. And he was still raising his family on top of that, suffering. Now an opportunity has come out for him to work harder, to get to a better environment where he can work harder and then take care of his family better. And here comes the woman saying, oh no, I'm not in support of the DNA test. I think we should just let this opportunity go and all of that. And then you know what the woman did? The woman said, well, if it will come to that, why don't you just travel and leave us and be sending money to us? At this point, the man felt like, okay, no problem. So they actually decided that, okay, the man will travel, be sending money for the upkeep of the woman and the children. But you know this, our heart sometimes, when something is not right, your spirit has a way of talking to you. Your instinct pinches you. At this point, this man felt like, no, this is not right. There's something not normal about this. This is an opportunity a lot of people are actually praying for. An opportunity where a lot of people are actually selling all they have to relocate. And then we got this like this on a platter of gold. And instead of my wife to be excited that, oh, we are moving and where the children will have a better opportunity and all of that, she's actually saying we should forget it just because she feels there is no point doing a DNA test. So one day when the wife went to work, he took the children, he took their samples, he went for a DNA test. After 6 days, this result came out. Lo and behold, none, not even one of the children is his. Not one. So he had 3 kids from this woman, not one was his child. And you know what? If this opportunity of traveling abroad did not come, maybe he would not have felt the urge to do a DNA test. Like, you wouldn't just wake up one day and want to do a DNA test. Something would definitely prompt you to make that decision of doing a DNA test. And then this man waited for the wife to come back. Immediately she came back, he told her, okay, I did something. I'm sure you're not going to be happy about it, but I had to do it to rest my spirit, for me to have this peace. I did a DNA test and look at the results, all negative. The woman broke down crying, she was wailing, she was rolling on the floor, begging him to forgive and all of that. But by the time he made the decision, to do this DNA test, Mr. Man had already been, started packing, preparing to relocate. Immediately he dropped this bombshell. The next thing he did was move his things out of the house to a hotel, spent 2 days in the hotel, and from there he landed in the UK and left the woman in Nigeria. So sometimes I believe DNA should be made compulsory. It doesn't matter how or whose ox is God, because in the first place, you deserve to know who is who. You deserve to know who is around you. If somebody should impose another child or another human being on you, deceiving you that that child is yours without you knowing the truth, then I think that person is actually dangerous. It's a different thing, like I said before, if the child is not yours and you know that child is not yours. It's different. You know the child is not yours, but you have accepted to be a father to that child. That's a completely different issue. Do you think DNA should be made important? I think so.